Alright, yeah, unfortunately I couldn't show that video on YouTube, they said it may be okay, but I just decided just to remove it just to be on the safe side. But just look it up for yourself, go to YouTube, look, man tries to convert lions to Christianity, and just spell it the best you can. You'll see this guy holding a Bible in front of a couple of lions. It's actually pretty comical, it's worth the research, so look it up and watch this first and then tell me what you think. What's going on, guys? You know what show you're watching, you know what channel this is, so I'm not going to say that. Before we get started, I want to say that I don't own the rights to any of these videos that I post, or any further videos that I post, so don't sue me, because you will get nothing. Probably get as much about as the Indians got from the Pilgrims after they had that Thanksgiving. So, just got done seeing John Wick Chapter 2. That movie was dope as fuck. And before I even get to that, let's just go back to that opening video real quick. So for anybody who wasn't following or could hear what that was going on in that video, that man was a pastor, and he was basically trying to convert these lions to Christianity, which is complete insanity. And as you can see, I don't know if that lion was a Mormon or he was a Buddhist. I really don't know, but he wasn't having none of that. He was like, you know what, we're not listening to none of that. He bit his leg off, he swiped his arm, and he just threw down with him. I think more so he was probably took longer for him to get attacked because that lion could not believe what a dumbass this guy was. And now this guy voluntarily hopped over the fence and he tried to convert this lion to Christianity. And this is where Christianity takes a hit, man, all the time. Like it's hard to respect some of these and take these things seriously, man, because of people like this. It's like, what are you doing, man? What the hell's the matter with you? People just don't have a great track record with freaking animals. 2 weeks ago, this freaking Chinese man, he climbed the wall into a tiger's den and got mauled by like 3 or 4 tigers. And they tried to save his life by scaring him away with guns and firecrackers, and it worked, but there was just this one tiger that was just so thug, man. He was like the Tupac Shakur of tigers, man. And he just like, you know what, I'm not going away for shit. And they shot him like 7 times and they killed him. But, not before he killed the dude, so... And the reason he hopped the fence is just because he didn't want to pay money to freaking go to the zoo. And it's like, golly, man. And let's go back 8 months. Where that woman got in a fight with her boyfriend in China what was it, in the drive-through zoo. And, her mother was killed because she was attacked trying to save her. So, man, not to be harsh, but you Chinese people, man, just stay away from tigers, man. Not being racial or anything, but just stay away from tigers, man. And you guys are straight, man. Y'all are good. So just a whole bunch of horrific accidents. But I'm not gonna lie, I did think that lion one was pretty funny, though. I mean, just the stupidity of all that. So, like I said, just a couple of movies that came out. They got John Wick Chapter 2. Rings was out. What else? Well, let me just start with those, because I saw those. Like I said, John Wick Chapter 2, if you like action movies, non-stop, if you saw the first one, then just picture the first one, but double. So John Wick Chapter 2 was great. I mean, I loved it. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It was money well spent. It was perfect. I'm also a big fan of horror movies, so Rings, if you're expecting to be scared or have nightmares, it's not the movie for you. I mean, it's not scary at all. It's a waste. Personally, I think it's probably like a 5 out of a 10. If you remember especially since those scary movies came out, remember the comedy scary movie? If you saw those and you try and watch this movie, it ruins it, because before you even think about, the horror film itself, you remember scary movie, and you'll find yourself laughing through that movie. And man, I didn't realize it until I was actually watching the movie. But man, they really butchered Scary Movie really butchered The Ring, man, because every time you look at it, you think of that stupid movie. So if you're gonna watch it, just watch it on Redbox that. Don't go to the theater and watch that, because it's definitely not worth it. Alright, I want to get into sports. I know it's late, but like I said, I just haven't really had a chance to do one of these, so I'll go back to the Super Bowl. I was watching it with family and my uncle. I'm not gonna say it was competitive, because it wasn't. Because if you look at the first half, it was a blowout. Then you go to the second half, there weren't. It was a blowout. It wasn't a blowout, but essentially it was one team that was doing all the scoring, which is New England. But it was just a crazy finish, man. And it's just, That's why you can never really take your foot off the gas pedal. I mean, you can never take your foot off the gas pedal in a game like that. Even if you're up 25, they were up 25 points at the half, pretty much. So, I mean, you can't slow down, man. If you slow down, that's what can happen. I mean, you got to assume you're playing the best quarterback on the planet right now. You give him nothing, man. If you give him just an inch, he's going to get you. And it just amazed me that just how Atlanta can just die like that, man, and just let it go. I mean, talk about one. And I know something about that because when we played the Patriots, we blew it on one play. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather blow it on one play than freaking 2 full quarters, man. Now that right there is, to me, is a lot worse, man. You had 2 full quarters to at least get something going, a couple of field goals, 1 touchdown. And if you do at least that, maybe we're talking about you beating New England and not even being in this overtime situation. So me and my family called it. Whenever we saw that game go to overtime, we're like, okay, New England's gonna go down there. They're gonna score. That's it. It's a wrap. And that's exactly what it was. I mean, they scored with ease. Dan Quinn's defense was completely gone. I mean, they didn't do anything. They made it look like it was taking candy from a baby. So I lost a lot of respect for the Atlanta Falcons there. And a lot of people are going to be like, well, at least they got there. You know what? Who gives a shit about any of that? We got there and we lost. And so I'll tell you straight up, we got there and we lost. So I don't really give a damn that we got there. If you don't win it, that's all that matters. So I mean, you gotta close out those games, man. That's what puts you on greatness. You gotta finish. Last subject I want to get into. I want to stay on the sports section. I really wanted to say this to fans who aren't really familiar with combat fighting. There's a lot of buzz going around about a Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight. Should this fight happen, it looks like it's getting close to being done. Should this fight happen, let me just tell you right now, I'm trying to save you money here. Do not waste your money on this fight. This is a stupid fight. Like, if you're gonna watch this, fire stick it or watch it at a bar and pay like $7. Do not, or be the moron who orders this damn pay-per-view and spends like $70 or $80 or even $60, because it's not what you think it is. It's not gonna be what they're advertising it to be. Floyd's going to run around the ring. Conor's going to be throwing a predictable straight left that he's going to try and catch Floyd with, and it's just not going to happen. He's not going to find him. It's going to be pretty much another Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Worse, because I've seen Conor box. I've been looking at him right now, the footage that he's been putting out, and the dude doesn't block very well. I mean, he's hands down. I mean, he's going to get outpointed. Now, make no mistake, like I said, Floyd's not going to knock this dude out because that's not what Floyd does. But he's going to pick him apart easy. And people are trying to be like, well, Conor's age and his height. It's like, look, Canelo was big. Canelo was just as young. And he pretty much neutralized him. So what do you think he's going to do to a guy like Conor? So basically, don't buy into it. Because I'm only saying this because it looks like this fight might happen. Don't waste your money on some dumb fight. It's a waste of money. So I'll catch you guys next time. For sure, I'll do one this weekend. I've been gone for a little while from doing these things, but I'll be sure to catch y'all wrapped up some more news next time. Alright, so I'll catch y'all later. Y'all take it easy.